What is going on, guys? This is Tom Lord Spawn, and today I am gonna do a short tutorial for you on how to make your video quality. Sorry about that. Your video quality better, and uh for in this case for Modern Warfare 2 gameplay. As you see in my videos, they are all the way up to 1080p HD, and when it's really not that great, I have a HD Dazzle that I picked up from Best Buy for about I don't know, maybe 50 bucks. It's not that great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Sony Vega. Just going to open it up here. If you have After Effects, this is probably not going to be the same, but for all my Sony Vega peeps, this is the tutorial for you. So this new project thing is going to pop up right here, and you're just going to name it anything you want. I'm going to name it Punching Dolphins. Punching Dolphins. If I spell that wrong, deal with it. Anyway, so select which region you are in. Since I am in America, and not Japan, but in America, I'm going to keep that one clicked. And this is an important part, output type. If it's not already on there, I want you to open this drop-down menu and go to Internet Video HD, which is all the way down at the bottom. Best quality. Click Next, and you're ready to go. What you're going to start out with is go in your Project Media tab down here, and go up here to Import Files. You're going to come down, pick some random gameplay. I'll use this. Open that up and drag and drop into your video timeline. I'm gonna get rid of all these unnecessary video tracks. I'm gonna mute that one because we don't need sound coming out. That would be quite embarrassing. Just need to delete these tracks here. That one's being difficult, and the sound effects track can fuck off. Anyway, so I've muted this track, and what I'm gonna do is thusly. I'm going to come up here to the Project Video Properties. Now for your preview screen, I suggest you do Best and Auto, because Full just makes it really zoomed in like that, and it looks like shit. Half does that, and it looks like shit. Auto does that, and it looks super mega foxy, awesome, hot. But, yeah, so that's what I would do for the preview screen. Now, come up here to the Project Video Properties, as I said, and this screen right here is going to pop up. Now, this template that they have here is, they're not the best. They tend to be extremely kind of dull and not very good. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over to here to Match Media Settings. You're going to open that up, and you're going to get this screen. Now what you're doing is you're selecting the exact same video file that you just selected and dragged and dropped into your timeline, which would be this one right here. Open that up, and everything else should stay the same. You can say start all new projects with these settings if you wish, but you don't have to. And you're going to press OK, and it's going to trim that down. No more black edges, except for this one down here and that one right there. And I'll teach you how to get rid of those in just a few seconds. But next thing, what you're going to do is we're going to actually move on to the actual making the video look higher quality than it actually is. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over here to Video Effects, and some people use color correction, which is, or color balance, which is right here. This, I think, it tends to only target certain colors, as you can see, red, green, and blue. So what I like to use is brightness and contrast. Now what this does is it blends together the fields, or it makes the fields of brightness and contrast, kind of blends them together so everything looks more uniform and, as I say, more sexy. So if I have one already set up for you. So what I'm going to do is say I didn't have that. I can get rid of that. Anyway, I would use darker and less contrast just because it's the easiest to work with, and drag and drop that right onto your video file. As you can see, this kind of makes it pretty dark, and I would play your video file as you do this, because Infinity Ward has these nice shadows that they use. In some places it's darker, and in some places it's lighter. So I'm actually going to start right there in the video clip instead of all the way back there. So I'm going to pause that, play it from, nope, stop. I'm going to play it from right there just because it gives me a better picture. So what you're going to do is you're going to come to this first line that says brightness, and you're going to zero out the brightness. You don't want any brightness in it whatsoever. And that brings it to a nice uniform look, but we're not done there. What you're going to do is you're going to get rid of that -0, and you're going to bring that up to 0.15. As you can tell, that makes it look so much better, and it just makes it look a little bit crisper, and it blends the shadows and the brightness and the contrast together. And so I'm gonna let you see this. That's what it looks like without brightness and contrast. Kind of hazy and not very uniform looking. When I say uniform, I mean if you, just for example, if you go and watch Sly Fox videos and he has an HD PVR, you notice that you can see, you can see everything. It's really great quality. Just go take a look at Sly Fox's videos, and you'll see that the quality of the video, he barely has to do anything because that's just the way that the PVR works. So, yeah, there's that. So that makes it a little bit better, but we're not done there. We're going to turn the brightness and contrast back on real quick, and we're going to exit out of that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come down all the way to the S's, and we're going to sharpen this quality up. Now, as I did with the last one, I have a setting called HD PVR, but if you don't, which I don't think you do, just grab light and drag that one right on to the video and leave it at 0.25. It's perfect just like that. And the only thing that I can really complain about it is the people's names, or the lettering. The lettering is a bit kind of dodgy, I guess you can say. But other than that, it's really good. It makes everything really sharp and crisp and better quality, as you can see here. So that is it for the actual video effects that you're going to be adding to it. I'm just going to come back here real quick so we can continue to see some of this awesome gameplay. Don't know why I haven't commentated this. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Depends. So there's that. Next, what you're going to want to do is we're going to get rid of this black kind of bar right there. If you can see that right there, we're going to want to get rid of that because that doesn't look very good. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to the very end of the clip, and this first box says Event Pan Crop. You're going to want to click on that, and this screen right here is going to pop up. Now what you're going to do is you're going to override that. Size about center. I really don't like it. If it's clicked down like it is right there, unclick it. It makes it so much harder to actually resize the actual video itself. So what you're going to do is you're going to zoom in by clicking the zoom tool, and zooming into your appropriate location by clicking the left button twice. That's what I recommend. And then you're going to come back to your normal one, and you're just going to boop, just like that. So let's zoom out a bit. Right click, and you have yourself a nice little setting there. I'm going to zoom in one more, just like that. And you can, as you can see, it you have just cut off a little tiny bit of that bottom, just so that black bar goes away. And then you're going to exit out. And if you want to, you can actually even bring in the sides just a tiny bit. I'd bring them all in just because I really don't like that black bar. It's quite annoying and it doesn't look good. And you don't really need those outside edges. That's a little too much though. That's probably good. Okay, so there's that. Trims it all up, gets rid of the black bars, and it makes it look that much more sexy. So yeah. Next thing we're going to talk about is rendering. When you render a video, you take it from, in this case, a Vega file, VF, and you put it into some other file. Now, this can take anywhere. I've had I've had a video render for 20 hours one day. It was actually a 9-minute video, just 9 minutes long, and it took 20 hours to render. That was before I figured out all these tricks to actually it reduces the rendering time of your videos. Just a little bit, not by much. So what you're going to do is you're going to come up here to project, and you're going to go down to the render as, and click on that sucker. Then what you do is this screen right here will pop up. And if you're wondering where it's saved, I'm just going to back up a few folders here. It's going to, when you install Sony Vegas, it's going to put a file in your documents folder unless you tell it to do otherwise. So what you do when you want to grab your video to post it on YouTube, you go to your documents, down to Vega Movie Studio or whatever Vega you have, and then you're going to find the name of your video in this section. Mine is Punching Dolphins, and then it's going to be saved in the renders since you're rendering it. So yeah, if it is not already in this setting, click on the drop down menu and come all the way down here to Windows Media Video Volume, whatever you have. I have Volume 11. Volume 11? What the hell is 11? I have Volume 11, which is, I think that's one of the most recent ones. And then you're going to come down to template. I normally use the 8 Mbps HD 1080 by 30p video. It just makes it look good. All these are just custom stuff that I messed around with, but nothing really worked. So then you're going to click that save button, and the rendering hell begins. What I recommend you do is you do this right before you go to bed. That's what I do. If I'm rendering something, I wait and render it until right when I'm about to go to bed. Because then I know that when I wake up in the morning, it'll be done. And then in the morning, right before I go to school, I open up YouTube, I do all the uploading shenanigans, and then I go to school. And when I come home, it's probably got, like 1 or 2 views. But anyway, yeah, that's what you do. So thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. It's been a pleasure teaching you how to use Sony Vegas. If you would like me to do more of these tutorials, I will, and I can. And the next tutorial I'm probably going to do is how to make a template, like a layout, a video layout, how to make a layout where you can display your guns and ammo and perks and that kind of stuff. And I'll be showing you how to make that on the next tutorial. So again, thank you guys for watching, and please rate, comment, and subscribe. It'd be great if you could. Yeah. So thank you guys so much, and have an awesome day.